What if the key to peace wasn't found in a new destination, but in your next breath? What if the freedom you're searching for isn't waiting at the end of some spiritual journey, but already here, hidden in the spaces between your thoughts? In a world where we are constantly pulled into the next notification, the next distraction, the next desire, Zen Buddhism quietly offers a radical alternative. Be here. Just here. Now, mindfulness is at the heart of this invitation. Not as a trendy buzzword or a productivity hack, but as a path to awakening. In Zen, mindfulness is not a technique. It's a way of being, a way of seeing, a way of living where nothing is separate and everything, yes, everything, is sacred. Today we explore the role of mindfulness in Zen practice, how it shapes our awareness, dissolves illusion, and returns us to the simplicity and fullness of the present moment. Welcome to the Unfolding Journey YouTube channel. Here we delve into the deep waters of philosophy, mindfulness, and spiritual transformation. Each video is an invitation to return to yourself, to peel back the layers of noise and reconnect with the truth of your own experience. If you're drawn to depth over distraction and clarity over chaos, you've found your space. Now let's begin. What is mindfulness? Mindfulness, at its simplest, is the act of paying full attention to the present moment, without judgment. It is awareness itself, a bare knowing of what is as it is. But in Zen, mindfulness goes deeper than simply noticing your thoughts or observing your breath. It is not something added to experience. It is the experience when the mind is clear. It's not about controlling the mind, but about stepping out of its story altogether. Zen teacher Thich Nhat Hanh described mindfulness as the energy that brings us home to ourselves. When you breathe in and know that you're breathing in, that is mindfulness. When you walk and are fully aware of each step, that is mindfulness. No past, no future. Just now. Mindfulness and Zazen. At the heart of Zen practice is Zazen, or seated meditation. While often mistaken as a passive or rigid posture, Zazen is actually a direct encounter with pure awareness. Mindfulness in Zazen isn't focused attention on a single object, like the breath or a mantra. Rather, it is open, spacious awareness, sometimes called objectless mindfulness. It means being fully present with whatever arises, sensations, thoughts, emotions, without grasping or pushing away. This kind of mindfulness trains us not to react automatically to every impulse. Instead, we learn to simply observe, to allow. And in that allowing, something shifts. The mind quiets, the ego softens, and we glimpse the deeper silence beneath the surface of thinking. Zen master Dogen called this shikantaza, just sitting. No goal, no technique, just presence itself. The mind's illusions and mindfulness as medicine. Much of our suffering comes not from reality itself, but from our thoughts about reality. We tell stories about what should be, what was, what might happen. We cling to identities, judgments, preferences. We live in the mind's movie, not the moment's reality. Zen recognizes this and uses mindfulness as a medicine. When we are mindful, we begin to see through the illusions. We notice how a small thought snowballs into anxiety. We see how a memory becomes a mood. We watch the mind build entire narratives out of a passing emotion. And then, if we stay present, it dissolves. Like clouds in a vast sky. This seeing, this awareness, is profoundly liberating. It doesn't fix our problems, but it reveals that many of them were never real to begin with. Everyday mindfulness in Zen. One of the unique gifts of Zen is its insistence that enlightenment isn't separate from daily life. There's no division between the sacred and the ordinary. To do the dishes with full attention is as holy as chanting sutras. To drink tea mindfully is a form of worship. Zen encourages what we might call informal mindfulness, bringing awareness to every action, no matter how mundane. When you eat, just eat. When you walk, just walk. When you speak, speak with awareness. When you listen, listen with your whole being. This is mindfulness in action, not just a practice but a way of life. Zen master Sung Sain once said, "Only go straight, don't know." Meaning, don't overthink. Just do. Just be. That's mindfulness. Koans and the shock of presence. Another profound aspect of Zen is the use of koans, strange, paradoxical riddles that defy logical understanding. Questions like, what is the sound of one hand clapping? Or, what was your original face before your parents were born? These aren't puzzles to solve. They are mindfulness tools, designed to jolt you out of conceptual thinking and into direct experience. Koans invite a sudden shift in perception, a collapse of mental effort, and in that moment of not knowing, of full, alert presence, something opens. Mindfulness isn't just a practice now, it's a doorway. The attitudes behind mindfulness. In Zen, mindfulness is not cold or clinical. It is infused with qualities that make it transformative. Curiosity, a childlike openness to each moment. Compassion, especially toward yourself when the mind wanders. Non-judgment, allowing what is without labeling it good or bad. Patience, realizing there is nowhere else to be. Letting go, trusting that we don't need to control everything. These attitudes help mindfulness become more than awareness. They turn it into wise awareness. And that wisdom is what transforms lives. Obstacles and misconceptions. It's easy to turn mindfulness into another thing to master. Another goal. Another box to check off. But Zen warns against this. It teaches that true mindfulness isn't about performance. It's not about doing it right. It's about sincerity. It's about showing up, again and again, no matter how many times the mind wanders. Another common trap is using mindfulness as a way to avoid discomfort. But real mindfulness moves toward discomfort. It's the courage to be present with pain, grief, restlessness, or boredom, without escape. This kind of raw, unfiltered presence is challenging. But it's also where the real transformation happens. The fruits of mindful living. Over time, mindfulness in Zen practice begins to bear fruit, not necessarily in dramatic flashes of insight, but in subtle, steady ways. Greater peace. The nervous system calms as we stop reacting to every thought. Clarity. We begin to see things as they are, not as we imagine them. Compassion. Awareness of our own mind makes us more understanding of others. Freedom. We become less enslaved by habit and more rooted in presence. But perhaps the greatest gift is this. We stop searching so much and we start being. We realize we were never separate, never broken, never far from home. In the end, Zen doesn't offer answers. It offers a pathless path. A single breath taken in full awareness is enough. A single step walked in presence is enough. A single moment of deep seeing can change everything. Mindfulness in Zen isn't something to achieve, something to remember, to return to, again and again. Right now you can feel your breath. Right now you can hear the sounds around you. Right now you are alive. That is enough. That is the practice. That is the way. Thank you for walking this path with us today. If this journey into the role of mindfulness in Zen has brought you even a moment of clarity or calm, know that you're not alone. Thousands are rediscovering the power of presence, and we're here to walk it with you. At the unfolding journey, we explore the quiet truths that live beyond distraction, from Zen teachings and mystical traditions to modern mindfulness and ancient wisdom. If you found value in today's reflection, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your presence here supports the community and helps this content reach others on their path. Until next time, be still, be aware, and remember, the way is in each step.